My name is Kate McGuire. I'm a sculptor and installation artist. At the moment I'm making installations with feathers, all sorts of bird feathers, but mainly pigeon and crow at the moment. When I moved to this studio about 6 years ago, the large shed that you passed on your way in houses a colony of feral pigeons. And every day that I walked down to the studio I was picking up, seeing on the floor these moulted feathers. Pigeons are regarded as rats with wings. They're dirty, they're feral, they're this, that and the other. And then I realised that doves are exactly the same variety of bird as a pigeon, but they have white feathers, and they're regarded as the symbol of peace and beauty and, you know, honesty and all of that sort of thing. And it just seemed ridiculous that one bird was reviled and the other one was praised and cherished. So I started collecting them and began to lay them out in patterning, and realised that you could get an amazing amount of energy. And at the time we had really, really bad weather here on the river. Here today it's very, very quiet because we haven't had any rain recently. But normally we'd get a very fast moving river with incredible sort of directional and turning and churning in the water. So I was sort of trying to emulate, in a way, those energies and currents that you'd see in the water, in the feathers. And so that became making installations that appeared to be flowing like water out of pipes. So that's where the first body of work came from with feathers. It's multi-layered, isn't it? You've got the possibility of flight and Icarus and that whole sort of man attempting to be able to fly. So man cannot manufacture anything that goes anywhere near the exquisite engineering of the feather. I think that is incredible for me. Over the years I've built up a network of pigeon racing enthusiasts who I've persuaded to send me their feathers each time the birds moult in the spring and the autumn. They send me envelopes like this full of feathers of their multiples, so they're all mixed up. Might be tail, wing, feathers. So I'll clean them by dusting them off and rearranging the quill, make sure they're all in line, and then I will find the right pile, whether it's left-handed or right-handed, of where they go. So that one will go in that box up there. And you can see here there's the numbers. These just randomly, like probably 5% of the feathers have actually numbers on them. I arrange them into direction so that when I'm actually working with them I can just sort of carry on and paint them with them, layering them each one. If they're the wrong way, you can't get that direction going. Well, the piece Corvid will be animated very gently to make it move and squirm ever so slightly. So it'll be almost, if you look at it, that the piece isn't moving, but if you spend the time you will see that it's gently slipping against each other, coiling, tightening, releasing. It'll be a sort of a breathing, squirming motion.
Have you ever thought of animating your stuff before?
No. So it'll be quite an interesting development, really, I think. And I like to think of these dome pieces or cabinet pieces as being trapped within their space, within the void of the dome. A sort of constantly sort of turmoil inside. They always are moving in my mind. I want them to have a life of something that could possibly be animate, but none of them have a head or have any sort of resolution, I suppose. I want them to look impossible but complete. I think art sometimes has a really, really bad and negative name, especially by the tabloids and stuff. But I think if it's something that can be approachable and we can experience in our everyday lives, walking down the street, at a bus stop, whatever, I think that's fantastic.